Hello. This is a prepaid debit call from
Christy.
an inmate of Scranton County Prison. To accept this call, press 0. To refuse this call, hang up or press. This call is from a corrections facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Tel-Link.
Good morning, brother.
Good morning, Ellen. I'm sorry it's so early out there, but they only let me out once a day here.
I know. Don't apologize. I understand. How are you?
Not bad. I got my trial scheduled. Finally, my Scranton County case is going to begin on the 28th of this month. I just finished jury selection yesterday.
You just spoke to the judge yesterday?
I finished jury selection yesterday.
Oh.
So
How did it go?
Not bad. I mean, the judge, I've been having a lot of problems here with the judges in Scranton County. This judge here tried to, at my hearing before I even went to jury selection, tried to cut me off all evidence. Like, he's refusing to give me mandatory pre-trial discovery. He told me that I can't bring up certain people who are actually at the scene of the crime. Just the judge was going wild. He tried to not even let me talk to the jury during jury selection. I asked him, I said, well, you don't let me speak to the jury at all during the jury selection process. It overall didn't go bad. I got a pretty good jury. I'm representing myself, so I had to pick them myself and deal with the whole process myself. Some of the votes going to trial on it because they just not turned over the mandatory evidence that they should have turned over.
I've been in voir dire before. Why weren't you allowed to talk to the jury?
Well, what had happened was the judge, I had brought up to the judge at the pre-trial, because there were two motions. The one motion was, I put in a motion they shouldn't keep the stun belt on me, because they had been putting on me for a few hearings, and then the other motion was my subpoena list of people I want to subpoena. And the judge didn't want me talking to the jury because he told me that I cannot bring up any of these evidentiary issues in front of the jury at any time during trial. Because I've been trying to bring up evidentiary issues about people on scene, ATF agents on scene, missing facts in the police report, all evidence that is allowed for my defense under the rules of evidence. And he did not want to hear it. He basically told me that if I mentioned any of it, that I would be thrown out of the courtroom and not allowed to represent myself. So that's kind of the problem I'm running into here. So I just have this judge that's out of control right now.
Wow. Is there a radio in the background there?
Yeah, I was actually going to bring that up. That is off phone system. I don't know if that's just static on the system. It could happen. Whatever. I think it was Miranda Land put a minute ago. I don't know. It sounds like some people talking right now. It's a quality phone system.
It sounds like a radio. Why were you in the hole?
Well, what had happened was actually when I first got to this county, I had a hearing in front of another judge, Judge Damalakis, and he had actually been a relative of my public defender who was previously on the case. They told me I didn't need to be present for hearings that a bench warrant was issued on. So what had happened was Damalakis had refused me bail and refused to allow me to admit the audio evidence of the voicemail that this public defender told me I didn't have to be in court for the hearings. Well, I got into it with the judge. I refused to leave the courtroom. I cursed him out. And the deputies had to carry me from the courtroom to the jail. What happened was later on that day, after it hit the news, the judge excused himself. He left. He turned it over to another judge. He said it was the first time that he had heard of an issue of conflict, even though I had multiple motions months prior to him for him to excuse himself for the same reason. And he gave it over to another judge. So a week later, I actually did get bail granted. I was never allowed to submit the evidence, but I got bail granted. And you still haven't ruled on my motion that I wanted the previous motions that Judge Damalakis denied ruled on. that ever since that court hearing, they have been making me wear a stunt belt. So I petitioned to the court, and I said, you can't make me wear a stunt belt as a pro se defendant because it creates a situation of duress and make any statements of mine not knowing, intelligent, or voluntary. And the judges refused to uphold that. They did not specifically tell the sheriffs that they cannot do it. That my last two hearings I have not had the device on. And actually my last hearing I could hold my rights, I could take all the shackles off because I was in a suit and before the jury. So I kind of won that fight, but they did use it on me for a couple court hearings.
How many volts is that, Shawn?
It's 50,000 volts. I mean, I've been hit with, like, I used to own a couple stun guns. I've hit myself with a 100,000 volt stun gun. It all depends on the size of capacitor or whatever it is that holds your power. But it's not a nice device, and I can see the use of it during transport and maybe some court proceedings, but at a trial hearing,
No.
At a pro se trial hearing, I just don't agree with it.
That sounds like something that you should be able to bring up, like, God forbid, in an appeal. Hopefully you'll get out before then, but like that's not a... I mean, are you guilty until proven innocent, or what's going on here?
That's actually funny. That's a note I had. I got rid of my notes I had a couple weeks ago. I haven't been really having great access to a telephone here. That, yeah, actually, it's kind of funny. We are guilty until we're proven innocent. I did a motion now and I'm pro se to the federal courts. And I have a detention hearing coming up next Thursday on the 24th for my federal case. Now that I'm pro se, they finally granted my request for the detention hearing. So I put in some stuff for discovery that I want to see in the federal case, and a request for investigation on some of the illegal acts that the cops have done. So we'll see how that goes. I know on the 24th we'll the fed stand because they've been giving my family a bunch of nonsense. I was supposed to have this person come see me. There's a new FBI agent on my case. They're supposed to come and see me and talk to me about the case. And this was 2 weeks ago. And at that time, I said, well, it's going to be within 2 weeks. And it never happened. So they're kind of making me a little bit of a crash test dummy. And then I was looking into some of the police reports. And I'm noticing more stuff now that's not in the police report. Like when they came to my house initially for this charge, the aggravated assault, there was two vans. One was a white van and one was a maroon van. And I remember the white van from the Scranton manhunt, that was actually ATF. And the other van, the maroonish van, a gentleman got out and he was actually at the front porch of my neighbor's house, and I had looked down through the window. And to my recollection, he appeared to be Nick Hennebeck from the U.S. Marshals. And none of these people, these bands and these agents, aren't in my local police report. And that's also stuff I tried to pull up at my court hearing yesterday. I got blocked because I had a deputy marshal and a state police officer who works as a deputy marshal and also works with the ATF gun task force at the scene of the crime. They came out of the building and went back in. They cut the video to take them off the scene. And then now it appears that I have two vans with possible ATF and possible marshals on scene when they came to my house and surrounded my house, and none of this ever made the police report.
Are they giving you your illegal mail now?
Yeah, actually, I look at my notes. I'm a little held out. I'm not awake yet. I apologize. Yeah, actually, they were seizing some legal mail. They were seizing legal mail here. They seized actually federal legal mail straight from the U.S. Attorney's Office. And they also seized Facebook information of this agent. Her name is Sarah Jean Richardson. It appears that she's related, not related, but at least friends and family with Dakota Meyer. She's an FBI agent. She's been on my case. She's been at a couple of my court hearings. Don't know her involvement. I think I might have dealt with her in the past. And it just seems like when I bring up her name, people get really quiet. I have one photo of her in an FBI vest as part of the manhunt for me. I have a couple other photos as a pregnancy. She was pregnant at some point in time. I'm not sure exactly when or how that happened. But whenever I bring up this agent, people get quiet. She actually was at my house with another agent, Garrett Whitmire, during the manhunt for me. going by the name Sari at that time. She also goes by the name Sari Thompson. But it seems like her actual name is Sarah Jean Richardson. And I've been trying to track down his agent because nobody wants to talk about it. And I've found that nobody wants to talk about something as huge as pot of gold at the end of that rainbow.
Have you lost more weight?
Yeah, I actually went to, I went from 173 at the MCC in New York, the POP facility that Jeff Epstein hung himself at, all over national news, to I was 164 pounds in Lackawanna County Prison. I've had some dental problems, and then since I've been here, I dropped to like 158, and I'm probably less right now.
Wow.
Just to trade for that. I have tooth that had to come out. I lost another tooth. I've been complaining and bitching about it for months. Bargain language. And finally went to the doctor, said, they have cavity that are already kept, so that tooth had to come out. And that stuff I put in my federal detention unit. And the judge actually in the federal case issued an order that the doctor from Lackawanna County Prison was supposed to ensure that I'm getting adequate medical and dental care. But he gave him a 3-week time window, so I'm going to be going to my detention unit by the time that his response comes back. So it really wasn't a lot of good what the judge did there, but it's typical nonsense. They want to just, they try to wear people down so you take plea deals.
I saw, yeah, exactly. I saw a picture of you with some kind of markings on your neck. What happened?
Actually, yeah, people were flipping out about that. I don't know if that was either my t-shirt or it might have been because we don't get normal razors here. We get the hair clipper razors, and I always get like a red spot around my neck because I always like grind the razor down there harder to get the hairs down there when I'm shaving. There wasn't like any foul play involved with that. I tried purposely I wore that shirt without an undershirt to kind of sell at least in the news how much weight I had lost.
Okay, what are the charges and what kind of time are you looking at?
I actually have charges here for aggravated assault on a police officer, even though the mayor is not a police officer, simple assault, terrorist threats, and harassment. So if I'm convicted, my guideline range is about 7 years. If I lose trial, they have to stay in the guideline range. That's the trial that I'm going for the 28th right now.
Okay, well, I know that in the past that I've seen guidelines aren't, I mean, Jerry DeLoomis, who was from the Bundy Ranch, he got a lot more time than the prosecution was even asking for. So, I don't know.
Yeah, that's funny. The Bundy Ranch is the same. It's like time for a whole other conversation, Joe, because that was a case of danger entrapment. And nobody talks about that case anyway. It gets blocked in the news. After everybody got to see Bennett just basically get murdered and 2 rounds of ammunition weren't accounted for by the FBI. But yeah, like, it depends on the state you're at. Sometimes in the feds they go over the guidelines. Usually in the state what they do is they try to keep it in the guidelines. Like, you get convicted, this is your guideline range, and the judge is supposed to go by that. But you deal with other states in the federal system, they don't always abide by that.
Yeah. Are you getting access to your commissary now?
No, I don't get food items from commissaries. I think the whole trying to make it back to Lackawanna County Prison because I think they're supposed to move me for this federal detention hearing. Like I said, I'll get commissary. I won't be here long enough to order commissary, but I know some people that will help me out up here. Just like you, I depend on inmates in the beginning just to get pens and paper and envelopes and everything else. Yeah, hopefully they'll move me up there maybe later this week or next week because Marshall said they wanted me back a few days before the hearing. And I have to notify a few people. I put it out there on record here, on a recorded line that the subpoenas that did get kept, my parents were included in those subpoenas. So the subpoenas actually sent them subpoenas to my mom and my dad. So what that does is not only that brings the testimony into court, it protects them because I don't like the games the FBI's been playing. testify because they have to testify. So that worked out. A couple of my other subpoenas didn't get granted. I actually tried to subpoena Sarah and Willow Palin because they go back to the discovery of wasn't turned over in this case from Scoopville County. And actually Willow, of all people, actually called up and contacted the DA's office about it, which I found actually pretty professional and nice. I don't know what's going on with Sarah. I know she just got divorced, so maybe we'll see another tell-all book or something come out from her a bit. I subpoenaed a bunch of people, so I said at least the people I did subpoena got held with witnesses on scene of my parents. So I said, my parents, hopefully, we'll know at the 24th what side the effects on. If I don't get out of prison on the 24th on my federal case, which is the only one really holding me, hopefully that will encourage my parents to know that the FBI just lied to them the whole time. And again, by the time the 28th comes, they can talk about what the FBI's been telling them and the nonsense they've been telling them in front of a jury. Go from there.
So you did jury selection, did you say yesterday? What's going on today?
Today, I'm finishing jury selection, the voir dire process. So I'm waiting today. I don't have another hearing until the 24th, so I'm hoping maybe by the end of this week or next week, could just move me back. I don't know if the marshals are going to pick me up, if the deputies are going to transfer me, how it's going to work. And Supervisor Host, Deputy Marshal, contacted Brooks County, told him they need me back a few days early. It's kind of weird. I'll be going to a federal hearing before my trial.
Is this one of those courtrooms where you can order a DVD for $25? Do they have CCTV cameras in there?
No, we don't do that in Peggy. Peggy tries to do what the feds do. I think you can order a transcript of the recording of the courtroom. I'm not sure. I've never been on the outside to do that. My parents were supposed to be doing that. I don't know what happened with that. But yeah, you're supposed to be able to. I think you can order that. I have transcripts from a few of my court hearings that they should be out there in some type of audio format.
Can you hear the radio that's going on in the background, or that's not in your room right where you're standing right
No,
now?
that is on. There's no radios in here. I mean, there's one or two, but it's like a whole. There's no sound from here. It's all on the phone line.
Wow.
You can hear it and I can hear it. So I don't know. It's weird that I can hear it and you can hear it. So I don't know if there's a tap in between us.
Yeah.
I've ran into Lackawanna before. I don't know. I mean, we're dealing with the FBI and the U.S. Marshals, and all these people have time to do is take naughty photos on Facebook and play games. And again, when you try to subpoena them to court, they don't want to own up to what they did. And I've caught this with multiple agents. I have multiple agents doing naughty stuff. I said I have this one agent, just Sarah Richardson, which nobody wants to talk about. And I actually called her from this prison and she blocked my number again. So I just have to subpoena her to federal court now. I'm talking federal court, subpoena her to the county because they didn't block her from the county court. That's all these people do. I've had so many people, just so many false leads. And it's really why I hate the feds so much, because they do this program of they'll be really nice to you, and then they just screw you at the end.
Yeah.
And it just disgusts me. It just, I hate them. I mean, the true communists.
I have no problem with the word hate whatsoever, so whenever you want to use it.
1 minute remaining.
I completely understand. I hate evil just like God does.
Yeah, I know. You go back to the Bible and where it says this country is definitely not a moral country. It's a whole other conversation we could have. It's the amount of deviance in my case. We'll see what happens. I'll try to get in touch with you again when I get back to Lackawanna. It'll be like a more normal time of the day I can call, and hopefully I'll be more awake.
Yeah, normally we can answer almost any call, but I'm really sorry we missed you last week, and we really, I don't know what happened. It was probably another one of their dirty tricks, because I think my husband was holding the phone in his hand, and he didn't even see that it was ringing until after you hung up, and he saw that you
No, it's
tried.
not possible. They've done that before. I say you guys are my only connection to real media, and they don't like that because it's like anything.
Thank you for using Global Tel-Link.
Oh gosh, it's horrible. I mean, we talked to a lot of prisoners, and I've never had to listen through a radio interception. That's a dirty trick.